Holy crap. Alright guys, so much has been going on and has happened, and I don't even honestly really know where to begin. This video is going to have two separate segments of a Goodwill trip to the same my favorite Goodwill as usual. But especially on the second trip, it was kind of one of those holy crap moments. It was a little heart stopping, a little breathtaking, and I'm really excited to show it to you. And then I have a few other things that I wanted to go over with you guys. And I think we'll start with the first thing before we even get into the Goodwill part. My name is Amanda. I am a small reseller. I currently sell on eBay, Niknax, as well as on Whatnot. Every Thursday, currently at 2 p.m., I go live on Niknax and we do a jewelry jar live sale. So definitely come check that out with me if you haven't already. There will be a link in the description of the video for that, as well as a promo code. New buyers get $5 off when they use the code on their first purchase. Next, on Saturdays at 2 p.m., I go live on Whatnot and we do a vintage whatever, just randomness live sale. I have quite a bit in my bin over there that you could go and look through if you'd like, but I also tend to just randomly throw things in, and I don't generally know what those are going to be until kind of the moment of, but that's kind of how I roll. There is a link for that sale in the description of the video, as well as a promo code for Whatnot. If you're a new buyer, you can use that promo code and you get a $15 Whatnot credit towards your first purchase. So feel free to take advantage of those guys. Third, and this is the big new thing, is that there is another YouTuber and reseller. His name is Roy, and his YouTube channel is called Dust Not Included. And I will link his channel in the description of the video as well for you, so you can go check him out. He does quite a few live sales on YouTube, and I'm going to be joining him for that. He does a lot of thrifting and a lot of like what I do myself. We're very similar in that way. And he invited me to be co-host with him on an upcoming live sale on YouTube, which terrifies the crap out of me because I've never sold live on YouTube. But I talked with Roy the other night, and he kind of walked me through it, and I feel a lot more comfortable since speaking with him. But that sale is coming up, so I'm trying to prepare for that. I'm going to include a little bit of jewelry, and then it's going to be a hodgepodge, guys. I've kind of picked some things out already, and then I'm kind of out on the hunt for some things that I will not show you guys ahead of time, so that it'll be a surprise during that sale. So my co-host live sale with Roy from Dust Not Included will be on the 13th, which is a Thursday, and it will be at 6:30 Eastern and 5:30 Central, which is my time. So I wanted to let you guys know about that. I'm super, super excited, and I hope a bunch of you guys can make it just to come and support us and get in on the chit-chat and just come hang out for, an hour and a half or 2 hours or whatever. I have my Niknax live sale a few hours prior to that, so I'll be just going. It'll be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to it so much. Thank you for inviting me, Roy. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and send you guys over to go watch some Goodwill footage from a couple days ago. And then I have a little bit of footage from just today. And I picked up a couple things in that first video that I'm going to go over with you guys to the best that I can anyway. And then we'll look at the second video, and then we'll go over that stuff too. So let's take a look. This guy was pretty cool. It seemed to be probably a hand-carved piece. They had $3.99 on him. I was looking him over. He looked to be in pretty good condition, still had his fish, but then there was something there on the top, like on his hat, that was broken off, so I left him. These are beautiful. Nobody has picked them up yet either. $1.99 each. I looked them over, I think, you know, pretty good. I didn't really see much or any damage to them, maybe a little paint wear or so, but no chips or cracks, I don't think. But I am currently listing a ton of sets of teacups and saucers and all that stuff, and so they're beautiful. Normally I would pick them up, but I went ahead and left them. And same thing on these two pieces here. Now they have packing tape over this, which is pulling up the gold and the hand painted design on there, which is unfortunate. But then this one had a huge crack down the lid as well. I noticed those glass pumpkins there, but they were all clear glass, and I had a feeling they were probably ones that were, you know, from like a home decor store, so I just left them. If they'd been colored and pretty and stuff, I might have gone ahead and picked them up. Lots of pressed clear glass there. Now this was cool, and I liked that it was signed on the bottom and stuff. They had $8 on it, but it had a lot of dings and chips and stuff on it, and so I did go ahead and leave it. Probably a home co piece. Now this I'm going to use at my live sales. No, I'm kidding. This is for my dog. I do end up getting this. He likes to yell at people as they walk by, and it's not appropriate. And he looks a lot like the dog on the front of that, so it works. Now this was kind of neat, but it could fool you. It did still have the Made in China sticker on the bottom, but it was meant to look like a Flow blue tidbit tray. This here was just an interesting little tin. Definitely not vintage, but it was made in England, and it was cute. Here's this bowl again, and I've looked at it 2 times, I think now, guys. And I'm telling you, I've gotten 2 what I believe to be very good pieces of glass out of here recently, and this very much reminds me of those. Just the weight of it, the thickness, the quality of it. And so they had $3.99 on it. I'm trying to look here to see if I can see if it's signed anywhere. But I finally just go ahead and pick it up. Now, I recently sold a vase like this, but mine wasn't frosted on the bottom looking. Mine was more polished and everything. I think mine was probably Viking, if I remember right. But it was very similar to that one. The green of the one that I sold was a little bit lighter and brighter, though. This here is an Avon piece, and you can kind of tell by that round sticker on the bottom underneath the Goodwill sticker there, but also once you're familiar with Avon, you kind of can recognize it. This was a cool set. I did end up leaving it. They had $3.99 on the picture. It, from what I could tell, looked to be in pretty good shape, and then I think they had 99 cents on each glass. But again, guys, I'm currently listing so many things like that I didn't have the desire to pick it up. This was a cool piece. I believe it was a decanter. It was missing its stopper, however. But otherwise, I definitely would have picked this up. They had $3.99 on it. And I thought this was really cool. I'm not 100% sure where it's made, but I do think it has a little bit of age on it. Now there was a green one that looked a lot like this, so, well, I put them together. Now this is neat. These are chopsticks. I don't think they're terribly old, but there was a set missing from it, so I did leave it. But otherwise, they were kind of cool. And I always like to check the planters and stuff, because you never know. People sometimes use really good, nice planters to put, you know, fake flowers in and stuff, and then they get sent to the Goodwill that way. And so you can actually find very nice planters sitting there with flowers already in them. So don't be afraid to look through those. This piece is very colorful. It was very, very light, almost paper mache seeming, and it had made in China on the bottom there. This is McCoy. I have never seen this pattern of McCoy. I think I finally found online it was called Daisy Delight. I haven't been able to verify that like in my collector's books, but that's what I've seen someone else reference it as. And then this was cute. Like a little planter. Had some crazing, but I otherwise really didn't see any damage on it, so he's got a little gunk. But outside of that, he looked to be in pretty good shape. So I went ahead and picked him up. Well, I set him down, and then I thought, why not just grab him? He's cute. All right, guys, welcome back. I hope you had fun at the Goodwill with me. You know, that time and the next time, there just wasn't a whole lot going on, but I still managed to come out with a few things. And I'm going to show those to you now. And let's start with, well, the cute little guy that, I don't know what he's got on his hand here. It looks like poo, but I'm guessing that's probably not what it is. I hope that's not what it is. Either way, I've taken like paper towel on it to see if it rubs off easy enough, and it does. So I'm going to clean him up. He does have some like fine line crayon all over, but I don't see any chips or breaks or cracks or anything. He's got his mold number down here. I don't know who made him, if he's left in or not. I don't know. I would venture to say he's probably made in Japan, however. And then he was $3.99. So he's just a cute little planter for, you know, a succulent or I don't know, something, but I thought he was adorable. And then, you know, not long ago, I picked up sort of a similar looking piece, only much larger, and it was a, what is it, a posy ring or pansy ring, posy ring? I think it's a posy ring. Anyways, flower ring bowl, and it had the big Cupid, you know, standing up in the middle like a fountain style. And he's like blowing a horn. This guy's missing a horn, but he's got a pot. So he's good, I guess. Anyway, I thought he was adorable, so I picked him up for a couple bucks. Then I came across this set. And I'll be honest, I was kind of surprised. I don't recall, anyway, ever seeing this pattern by McCoy. But sure enough, that's who it is because, well, that's what's on the bottom of the butter dish. So I'm going to show you that first. So it does say McCoy, and then the mold number is 7013, and then it's marked USA. And I'd have to go look in my books on the marks. I think these are newer-ish marks for McCoy, not super old ones. But again, I'll have to go look and make sure. But here's the top of it. So it's like a decal transfer print. But there's no damage anywhere on this butter dish. It looks really good. So, I don't know. I've never seen this pattern of McCoy. If you guys know, I've tried looking for it and like searching eBay and putting like McCoy, flour, butter dish, you know, that kind of stuff. And it's not pulling this up. It'll pull up a ton of things, but it's not pulling any of this up. So it was the butter dish, but then, ta-da! I would venture to say these probably date to the 70s or so, if I had to guess. But matching salt and flipping pepper shakers, man, and they're in great condition, and I'm gonna assume these are the original stoppers too, and they appear to be in really good condition. So I don't know what this McCoy pattern is. I think it's really cute, and the shakers were $3.99. So $3.99 on the butter dish, $3.99 on the shakers. What are we, $7 roughly total in with tax? And I mean, just guessing, I would think that I could probably sell this set of McCoy for probably $30 or $40. I don't know, maybe less, maybe more. I don't know. I can't figure out the pattern. So, but it's cute nonetheless. All right, let's set those over there. Okay, now this bowl was $3.99. This is that clear bowl that I looked at, I think twice, like in 2 videos. Like I at least saw it and captured it in the film, I think. I finally went ahead and picked it up. Although it does have a little chip. I can't quite call it a flea bite. It is a little chip. You don't really notice it until you're actually looking for it, but it is there. And I don't recall seeing it that way in the store. I feel like it might have happened when the gal bagged it. Stuff happens though, guys. You know, it is what it is. So, and like I said, I got it for $3.99. So here is the base of it. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think that's a signature, but I can't tell. I don't know. If it is, it's an undiscernible one for me. Because to me, it kind of just looks like scratching, but I don't know. I can't quite tell. Because then some angles I look at it and it sort of looks like little letters. So I'm not positive, but here's what I do know is you see how it looks like it's full of water? You see that? It's a nice thick piece of glass, right? It's very heavy, very heavy. And it looks like it's full of water up to about here, and then it looks like there's a bubble in there. But really, the dish just goes down, or bowl goes down maybe a couple inches. And so this in here is just solid glass. But that is some optical flippin' effect for you. And, you know, I found those other couple pieces of Costa Boda at the Goodwill, and I just, whether or not this is signed, I have a feeling this may very well be Costa Boda as well. Just the weight of it, it feels like good glass. It looks like good glass. It is extremely smooth and polished outside of that chip. And then, like I said, the optical effect of it. I'm trying to get my hand out of the way, where you can kind of see this like water looking bubble or air bubble here. It looks like it's full of water. I mean, it's just cool. And I really didn't even notice how intense the optical effect was on this until I got it home and cleaned it up, because it was pretty smudged and stuff at the store. And then I was walking towards it in the light here in the dining room, and I saw it and I thought, well, that makes a lot more sense now. Okay, so the chip being in that bowl definitely affects its value no matter who made it. But I do still think it was probably worth the pickup. It'll sell for considerably less than whatever it would have originally sold for, of course, but it's still super flipping cool. And I love it. I'm a sucker for art glass though, guys. So I love it. I thought it was worth the $3.99. So there you are. Now, let's run over to Goodwill again. Take a look at that video footage. All right, so I started heading towards my favorite aisle in the whole store, and I saw it. Dun, 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 dun. I saw it way down there on that cart. Oh my gosh. I knew what it was as soon as I saw it. I have a small Aladdin lamp that has a metal base to it, but it's teeny tiny compared to this. It's a nightstand or a dresser lamp. This is a lamp, and it's beautiful. It's dirty, guys. Yeah, it's dirty, but I saw no chips or cracks on it, and it was for $7.99. And look, did you see that? Boom, right there. Original flippin' finial on there. Now the shade is hideous. I know, I get it. I don't retain that piece. We're focusing on the lamp itself and its beautiful finial as well. I saw some of those like electrical insulators there, and I've sold some of those in the past. I think I actually have one still listed. It's a really cool color. I love decorating with those and stuff, guys, but I just recently got rid of the ones that I had, and I honestly didn't want to mess with them. Those were cool. I think contemporary, but cool. They were just little like gold toned ceramic figurine birds. And this is a hazel atlas. Can't think of the name or the term for that, but you guys know what they are, the little snap shut lids. And here's that end cap where they always have their figurines and such. This little egg thing was so cool. The box was so light, guys, like that egg had nothing in it. It couldn't have, but it looked like it was a real egg, and it was hand painted for sure. And the box reminded me of those chopsticks in the other video, so I wonder if they came from the same owner. And this is cool. It's meant to look far older, much older than it actually is. But it was still cool. Now this piece, I kind of wanted to pick up for me, to be honest. I didn't. I ended up leaving it. I do have some pieces like this. You know, these pieces can range in value. It just depends. And I don't know enough about them personally to know if that's a higher value one, a lower value one, but I do have some similar to it, only it's like green jade leaves. Oh, and then I found this bulldog made in Japan, porcelain, very lightweight, hand painted, all under glaze, except for his eyes. I think those are probably cold painted, but he overall looked to be in pretty good condition. And I'm planning on adding a bunch of my dog figurines into my Whatnot sale this coming Saturday, so I thought he'd make a good addition to that.
Listen, these are the action toys. No, these are working. Listen, look! That's the same guy who took the ball. No.
Now this little reticulated bowl I did pick up, and I wind up putting it back. And the reason I did is, again, I just have pieces similar to this. I don't think this one's very old. I did think it was really pretty though. It's not hand painted. It's like a transfer decal, you know, enamel sort of print in the bottom there. And I recently sold a Mar Crest cookie jar. Holy crap. And welcome back for round 2. Okay, so again, I didn't pick up a whole lot, but this is the video that has the holy crap moment in it. It was so exciting, I couldn't help myself. But let's start with the other couple things first. Okay, so on my Whatnot sale this coming Saturday, I'm planning on doing more of a dog theme. Anyways, I saw this dude, and I've had people ask me about bulldogs and stuff before. And come on, he's wearing, you know, like a little doggy blanket wrap thing. Shut up, come on, he's adorable. He does have a couple little flea bites. Let's focus on your face, bro. There we go. He does have a couple tiny flea bites on his ear, nothing major. But he's stinking cute. And they had $2.99 on him. So I went ahead and picked him up for for my upcoming dog sale. Then I found this. Now this was marked $3.99, but blue tags were half off. So let me go ahead and pull that off of here. Oh, it had some other sticker under there. This here is actually a Goodwill piece. Let's see. Which way is it? Does it say it this way? I don't know. Oop, there we go. Ba, ba, da, da. All right. So Goodwill, 1978. There you are. It's shaped like a Easter egg, I guess. And then it says 79 up here, 1979, but on the base it says 1978. So it's sort of a satiny, frosted sort of style glass, pressed in mold, shaped like an egg, sort of embossed, similar to like decoration I would imagine like on an Easter egg, but it's a paperweight. I guess he probably weighs 8 ounces or so, half a pound. So I don't know why I don't know, but I am. I thought he would do well either in my upcoming live sale with Roy or add it into my whatnot sale, you know, what have you. But I thought it's Goodwill. It's cool. There's no damage on it that I've noticed thus far. So why not? Okay. So as soon as I get into the Goodwill today, I go walking over and I see they have a cart pulled out, kind of where they usually will leave one of the carts. And immediately from it, despite the hideous shade that was on it, and I say hideous because it was just dirty and stuff, and I wasn't trying to clean all that, and I don't believe it to be maybe it was, but I don't think it would have been the original shade to it, and if it was kind of beat up, torn up, trashed. I wouldn't have sold it with a lamp regardless. So, anyways, despite the shade on it, the lamp itself, well, let's start at the top. That's the original finial. This right here, this little green ball of glass. Oh my gosh. And you can kind of see, you know, on like old marbles, hand blown marbles, and they'll have like the pontil and it kind of looks like a crease in the marble. And that's sort of what this has right here. I know it might in the video kind of look like damage, but it's not really. It's just the crease on it. And so that makes me think this is a blown piece here. The hearth is one that, you know, is you don't take the hearth off. It's attached to this piece here. You have to actually undo this whole lamp to do that. It can be done, and it very well may be done in order for me to ship it, because without the hearth, or harp, excuse me, I keep saying hearth, it's harp. Without the harp, that's a much more feasible box, you know. With the harp, that's going to get crazy. So I'll try to figure that out. But let's look at the rest of this, shall we? So this is a beautiful, needs to be cleaned up. You can see some dirt and smudge and such on there. And I'm going to give her a whirl on cleaning her up, but I don't see any damage anywhere to any, I don't see any chips, cracks. I see dirt. I see no other issue. I can handle dirt. Here is the bottom, and let me find where it's sitting right here. Here, I'm going to rest him on my shoulder so things don't get too crazy, hopefully. All right, right here, you might be able to tell it says Aladdin right here, okay? And then it has, you know, it's all pressed in mold and everything. It has little feet on the bottom. And the cord on it, I have a feeling this might be a newer cord, because look at it. But I don't know, maybe it came with it, I don't know. Anyway, point is the cord's in good shape, right? That lamp's not terribly heavy, but it's a little bit heavy. So what this is though, guys, let me see, let me move it back so you can see it again. What this is, guys, is an Aladdin Alacite glass. Chartreuse in color, which is this like yellowish green color. And it's stinking gorgeous. And I am in love with it. I couldn't help myself. I wish that there was a pair, and maybe its friend was still in the back somewhere. I don't know. But, I about keeled over when I saw this lamp. And then when I saw it was in great condition. And then, I didn't even tell you this part yet. And then, it was $8. It was $8. It was $8. Yeah, it was 8. I was so happy. I couldn't stand it. I was so dang happy about it. So anyways, guys, that's it for this one. I don't have much else for you. I wanted to make sure and tell you guys about this new upcoming sale that I'm going to have. I'm so stoked about it with Roy from Dust Not Included. Again, I will have links for that in the description of the video for the upcoming sale and to his channel for you guys, so you can go check him out as well. But I'm really looking forward to it, Roy. I cannot wait. And I hope to see everybody at my upcoming Niknax and Whatnot sales this week as well. And other than that, I think that's it for this one, guys. I'll catch you on the next one.